Welcome everybody to another ride along video. Today we're gonna be riding one of my childhood favorites, a trail I probably spent more time hiking up, pushing heavy ass downhill bikes than many other trails. Here at the top of King James Court off of Lindero, you will find the infamous Dead Cow. It is a rugged, rocky, pretty steep climb. I think it's only about 1.5 miles long. It will make your heart feel like it's going to explode in a few places. So we'll kind of fast forward through a couple of key features on the climb, show you a few options on different ways you can get down, and then blast back down Dead Cow, one of our favorite trails for testing suspension, wheels, and new bikes. You'll see why. So that's it. Buckle up. Let's ride along on Dead Cow in Oak Park, California. All right, so after leaving the cul-de-sac, we round the corner. There used to be a gate here, but the recent fires have, I guess, changed things a little bit. So we've now got these erosion control brakes here, and pretty straightforward entrance. No tricky turns or things to miss. Just start pedaling or walking your DH bike, and that's your destination up there, way up at the top of that peak. And that'll get you to Suicide, over the backside into Chesebro and China Flats, or like we're doing today, a simple out and back down. All right, we are approaching one of my favorite and the most technical part of the climb here on Dead Cow. And it's definitely a challenging climb, especially on an analog bike. I remember back when I used to ride those a lot more. I definitely would fight to get up this thing, and I would always feel like my heart was about to explode right here, and I'd have to try to catch my breath for a minute before tackling this next little section, which is also pretty technical and challenging. But the e-bike still gets the heart rate up, but it definitely helps get you up a little quicker. All right. All right. Yeah, that right there is about one of the harder, steeper pitches to climb, I think, around, and is always good for a little bit of a heart rate jump. After this, we've got on an e-bike probably another 2 minutes, on a pedal bike probably about another 4 or 5. Pretty mellow the rest of the way. I mean, fairly steep pitch, but nothing too technical, just a couple little rough bumpy rock bits. Definitely a little lower grade than some of the lower stuff, but eventually you get up to that ridge right there, and then you got a number of ways to get down. You can either go do Suicide, one of my childhood favorites, come back down Dead Cow, or you can drop down the backside and head over to the Chesebro Trail Network, do a China Canyon loop, which is really fun. Nice, beautiful single track loop that goes beneath some really cool oak trees, and then you can drop down into Chesebro if you want to get a lot more mileage. Other option is to start in Chesebro, climb up Palo Camado, get up, do that China Flats loop, and then come down Dead Cow or down Suicide if you want to get mileage, but rather have a bit more of a technical downhill. Okay, this is the final push up the Dead Cow climb. Once you get here, we'll show you the options. That way you can figure out which way you want to roll. So if you look straight ahead, going right up that little ridge spine there, That's the way to Suicide if you want to ride the old school route, which has a really fun upper section. So a little push and then a traverse. There's a smoother, not so challenging way to Suicide here. If you go down that way and then take a right, or if you go through this way and you drop into that next valley over there, once you get down there, that puts you into the China Flats section, and again over to the Chesebro Trail Network. Today, since we're short on time, we're just doing it out and back because not very many people go down Dead Cow, and I love it. It's a fast, rough, chunky downhill. It's a great spot for us to test our bikes. Suspension testing, wheel testing, tire testing, all very, very good when you're going down this stuff at high speed. Up there in the distance, you might be able to see some people standing. That's Simi Peak. Really cool viewpoint. Get a nice view over into the Simi Valley side, out here over the Oak Park, Thousand Oaks, Conejo Valley side. So on clear days, you can see the islands out there in the ocean, and just definitely a killer spot to be. Excited. This is always a good downhill, so buckle up. Let's drop in. All right, so we're dropping in right now. I'm gonna be making a stop, so forgive the cut in the video, but we're out filming a dissected video on this new Trek rail. And if you haven't seen our dissected videos, might I just say that they're pretty cool. So this is a trail I used to come down, gosh, I would say weekly when I used to live here and grew up in the area, but I haven't gone down this trail in probably 2 or 3 years. So things have changed. My lines are different and erosion. So forgive me if I make a little bobble here and there. It's been a while. Wow. This is my first ride on this bike, and I gotta say, bit of a ripper. Bit of a ripper. Oh, boy, this section has changed so much over the years. Oh my goodness. That didn't sound good, did it? Sorry. Sorry, Trek. Shit. That wasn't the right call. Oh, buddy! All right. There we go, folks. When I talk about having been here for a few years, I'm serious. Things have changed. Don't go off the edge. I think they've smoothed this trail out a lot. I don't know how, but it seems like they brought dirt in from somewhere, just dropped it in to fill the holes and cover up rocks. All right. Here we go. Oh, I can't stop. It's too good. Too good. Don't forget this hard right turn. So yeah, after filming that bit for a couple of runs, get some slow-mo of the suspension working. Oh yeah. Yeah. They filled a lot of that dirt in. All right, here we are. Final high-speed section. Back down to the car. Watch out for hikers. Ah, there you have it, folks. Dead cow. Oh, one of my favorites. Thanks for coming along. Make sure you subscribe and stay tuned for more.